So when we bring on new board members, we've had trouble with them feeling empowered to do that.
To reach out?
Well, we've reached out, but it's really, it kind of goes back to they think they don't have the skills, and we, like, as leaders, we try to empower them as much as possible. But you guys had trouble.
So,
It's new. I mean, it's just that new board member piece to that, I guess.
So part of what we do with the board members is when they come on board is we assign them board buddies. You haven't gotten this yet, really sorry. But you get a board buddy, you get to know a little bit about the culture, and you have somebody who kind of eases you into board service. We had our orientation for them on Tuesday. Whirlwind week for them and me. But getting to know the board culture and having somebody who can be your advocate and see that they are comfortable speaking up in a situation. Also, as a chair, the culture that I've set in our board meetings is that I always want to hear feedback. I do not care if it's positive or negative. I would actually love it if you blow something up. If it makes sense, then we are not just getting stuck in happy talk. We should be thinking about how we can best make change, and having that openness to dialogue is the best. That is how to have a really strong culture on your team. I tell people, even though I'm busy, I get a gross number of emails. Email me, call me, text me, tweet me, and Facebook me, whatever. Get in touch with me however you want. Malia likes to G-chat me while I'm at work, and that's okay. I chat with her, and we hash through a bunch of problems. Jessie calls my office phone, also really funny that that's how she likes to get in touch with me. But opening those lines of communication and being available, it does take a lot of time, but it's the only situation, or the only solution that I've found to really be available to these people.
Add on to that, because as someone who, and this just may be my type of personality, and you may have people on your board, but something that I really liked when I joined the board at YNPN13 is that we really value transparency, and as you know, in the first week of my board service, I could access every document ever, read the bylaws, read the accountability procedures, and it was really reassuring to me to like have all of that hard copy, and I printed it out, have it in folders, and could revisit that to make sure that I really understood the organization, not just like what I was supposed to be doing in this committee.
I'd also just add, like, empowerment is a result and not an action. So I have a boss that and he's always like, you are empowered to do this. I'm like, no, you're not empowering me to do that by just telling me I'm empowered to do that. Like, show me that you're empowered versus like tell me how empowered I am. So that's how I look at it. Like, you're empowered to talk to whoever you talk to, but other people come up and they're like, can I talk to them? Yeah, do that. Sounds fantastic.
I also try not to own everything myself. It's very challenging, especially having a very different role during my day, where I'm supporting the development team and as well as doing fundraising, to turn around and then be delegating out instead of being the go-to person that everything is piled on. Making sure that I don't just keep glomming things onto myself. That's a very, very difficult thing to do. But this is a quote from Gandhi. I get this or Michael Jackson's Man in the Mirror stuck in my head when I'm thinking about personal accountability, but you really do have the power. You only have control over your own actions, and especially when you're managing up, rather than getting focused on what your supervisor is or is not doing and making up a crazy story about, like, they hate me because they keep blowing off my meetings. You don't actually know if they hate you. That's just subjective. You can only focus on the objective things and schedule another meeting. You can take action. You can continue to be the professional badass who just goes forward and makes things happen. That's what we are going to do. The first steps in accountability are seeing opportunities, being aware of yourself, your team, and your strengths and weaknesses. Understanding a lay of the land. That's why I like the StrengthsFinder assessment. Getting to know yourself and also getting to know the other people that you're working with. Understanding that Malia's preferred method of communication with me is G-chat. Understanding that Jessie really likes to talk on the phone. And that other people are going to communicate with me in a different way. For me, I'm really adaptable, and that's works well for my team. If I was a little bit more rigid, then I would make it clear, like, really the best way to get in touch with me is to send me an email. If I don't respond, send me an email again in 2 days. Make that clear, make it absolutely open, and talk about it. Talk about your favorite method of communication. Own it, understand what you're bringing to the table and how you can contribute to making a difference. You see a problem, and how can you, with your strength, address it? Did I skip something? So which would you rather be? Would you rather be someone who makes things happen, someone who watches things happen, someone who wonders what happened, and then somebody who's like, does something happen? We all are here because we are the kind of people who want to make